Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with meteorologist Cameron Landfield.
Good morning and happy Friday. We've made it to the weekend and it's going to be a beautiful one. Today, the warmest day of the week. So how long is it going to take us to approach that super hot temp for today? Well, check out the hour by hour. We'll start off there and I'll show you just how rapidly all of that heat comes in for today. So we'll start things off close to 7 a.m. there, seeing the mid-50s already, but we jump to the 60s by the time we get to 8 a.m., so there's a 5-degree jump already at that point. Then another particularly big one happens between 9 and 11, 64 up to 72, so almost a 10-degree jump in 2 hours. Then that pace does slow down just a bit with only about a 3-degree raise from 11 a.m. to noon, but we continue into the 80s, should be getting close to about 86 by the time we get to 5:30, and that should be the hottest time of the day. Also a little bit of gusty winds at that point too, just because of how rapidly the ground heats up. There is a bit of a fight in the atmosphere, and the way that that fight reacts is bringing some local winds into the area. So maybe a little gusty, but nothing that is going to be too intense. The reason for this, of course, today, we're still under high pressure. We've got this big ridge building up, and you can see it just stretches out for the entirety of the day. That brings more and more intense conditions into the area. But you can see right behind that, there's actually a little bit of a cold pool that drops close to us, not quite into our area, but that's part of the reason why we're going to see some more cloud coverage coming up Saturday and Sunday. Temps do stay nice and warm, just a little bit of a shift in those conditions moving forward. Something else you'll see a big shift in, look at that grass pollen, 232. This is as of yesterday. We'll get the next reading in pretty soon here, and it's going to be higher. High pressure presses that pollen down into the lower levels and just makes it continue to get worse and worse. So it is going to get worse before it gets better. Now, speaking of grass, you got to mow the lawn the next 4 days. Perfect. It's going to be dry out there. You'll have no issues whatsoever, but be careful for sparks because we are moving into wildfire season. Looking at the 7-day forecast, you'll see 66 for the coast today. Then Saturday, Sunday, like I said, a little bit more cloud coverage. Still warm though. Umpqua Basin, big 90 for today, in those low 80s for Saturday and Sunday. And for the Cascades, this is where things get a little interesting. Saturday and Sunday, a little bit of southern moisture comes in and brings about a 30% chance of thunderstorms, so keep those in mind. Then we're back into the 60s by Wednesday. Willamette Valley, 85 for today, looking like low 80s the next 7 days. A little cloudier Saturday and Sunday. But now,